I'm hungry.
Happy Halloween, everybody! This year, we're gonna switch things up from the usual treats and offer you a trick! The Divinity Crate brings to Limbo Grub 3 mystery items, each with a common autumn time theme. Can you good folks at home guess what they might be?
What is this, you ask? Not the doctor you were expecting? Not the doctor you were wanting? I would suggest, Mary, that you wait a little before criticizing my new persona. You may well find it isn't quite as disagreeable as you think. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it's the 2020 post-Halloween special that I like to refer to as the Limbo Grub AUTUMNWEEN Special! And a pesky sort like me needs a equally pesky OST to accompany my shenanigans. What better than the soundtrack of NES Gremlins 2? Yeah, Sunsoft is the bomb when it comes to those soundtracks. So, how was everybody's Halloween? Was it good? Was it bad? Did you have trick-or-treaters? When your kids brought their candy home, did you drown it in a bowl of Windex first? You know, it's kind of funny how I missed the day where it was only razor blades that the kids had to worry about. Needless to say, 2020 did its best to try and derail my plans this year. But even the worst doom and gloom can't keep this courier from his appointed rounds. So here, on Limbo Grub, Halloween is going into overtime! And in keeping of the theme of Halloween and autumn in general, what food item would be fitting of such a premise? I did the best candy, I did the worst candy, I did the most sour candy, I did the cheapest candy. I even ate a Halloween-themed pepper donut. What is left? My mind only went to one place, an item that not only claims dominion over Halloween, but the whole autumn season, debatably into the winter season. We're talking about the pumpkin! Yeah, right, we're doing pumpkins again. What, you got a problem with that? Pumpkins have been a staple of Halloween ever since I was a little piglet! Usually about halfway through September, people will start pushing out the pumpkins. You'll see them like at the farm stand or at like any random florist. They'll start to sell all sorts of pumpkin merchandise and just big pumpkins, little pumpkins, tiny little gourds, stuff of that nature. You'll see them on random street corners, people selling pumpkins. You'll see uncharted fields full of pumpkins, like pumpkins as far as your eye can see. And often I wonder about those places. What do they do once the day is done and they gotta pack it up? Somebody's gotta go through the field and grab all those pumpkins, put them in the back of the truck, and then the next morning just bring them all back and just set them all out there again? What a sucky job! And for what? So you can put it on your stoop and like carve a little expression on it and make it look like a face and put it out on your front stoop? Maybe you want to take like a magic marker and like put something artistic on there and put it out there. Maybe you want to even put like a candle on it, like if you're really artistically expressive, and make like all sorts of like a weird light show on the inside of it. A lot of people do a lot of creative things with pumpkins. In September, these things are rotting within 2 days and they're sitting on your front stoop. By the time Halloween comes around, they're inexplicable black balls of mush. What is it about the pumpkin? I've never seen an item besides maybe a banana rot so darkly. I mean, it's such a stark difference from what it was and what it becomes. It like turns into India ink, like black tar. And that's real aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I mean, what great decoration, huh? I mean, I guess it kind of celebrates the dark aspects of Halloween, doesn't it? It's just this big, indiscernible black lump on your front stoop. It just looks like some kind of weird like growth just growing out of your lawn. I say just skip that part, forget the pumpkins, throw the pumpkins away, and take your trash and just dump it on your front stoop. There you go, kids, happy Halloween, trudge through that. I freaking hate pumpkins. And you viewers are probably out there saying to yourselves, hey Djclyve, what is today's episode of Limbo Grub going to be about? I mean, yeah, we know it has something to do with pumpkins, but aside from that, we have no clues to go on. Well, if you saw the last episode that I did on the spicy ghost pepper donut, you might be able to ascertain, if you were listening really, really closely, that I was able to get exactly what I wanted out of the Divinity Crate this year. What did I want? Well, when it comes to Halloween, what do you think? What's the first thing that you think of when you think of Halloween? Candy. We already did candy, so what's the second thing that you think about when you think of Halloween? You think of going to parties and playing lots of fun party games like bobbing for apples or pin the tail of a donkey or that one thing where you stick the spoon in your mouth with a little egg on the spoon and you run around like an idiot. Stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I think about too. And what the Divinity Crate was offering me was a fun little novelty, little game. That's right. I don't know how they did it. It's probably some weird wonky rules of Limbo or something. But the Divinity Crate sent me 3 items, pumpkin-related items that are shrouded in darkness. I don't know what they are. You won't know what they are until the moment I pick them up and I eat them. It's just like buying a pack of Garbage Pail Kids or buying a stupid rip-off should-be illegal loot box from an online game. And the only hints you and I have are the shapes of their ominous silhouettes. Oh, I'm so giddy with excitement, I can't wait any longer. Let's get this game started. And if you want, feel free to pause this video and make your guesses in the comments section as we find out together what the mystery item can be. It'll make for a rather goofy looking comment section to read. So, join in the fun with me if you please. Here we go with our first item.
Who's that pumpkin bar?
Looks like a box. It's hard to tell how big it is. I'm gonna say it's a Hershey bar. A wider than usual Hershey bar. If it's Nestle, I still got it right, by the way. That counts. Pumpkin Spice Twinkies!
Just in time for the outbreak of autumn comes pumpkin spice flavored Twinkie. Delicious, moist, vanilla sponge cake with a twist. That'll make brand new spicy filling that will fill you with festivity. Hostess, you get a big delight in every bite.
If you said Twinkies, feel free to give yourself 50 points. If not, well, there will be plenty of other opportunities to catch up with everybody else. Or you could just lie and say you did. Pumpkin Spice Twinkies, these might not be the worst things in the world. As a matter of fact, I consider Twinkies to be absolute perfection. When you buy a box of Twinkies, you are getting your money's worth. What happens when you experiment with Twinkies and you buy pumpkin spice flavored Twinkies instead? Are you throwing that money away? Is it like lighting that money on fire right in front of your face? It's like taking the Venus de Milo and deciding to paint it all sorts of fleshy, realistic tones. You might make it look better, but you're messing with something that's beloved. Well, time to de-virginize the package. Could you picture the 6th Doctor ever saying those words? And they look just like regular Twinkies and really no difference at all. With this review, the pressure is on me big time, boys and girls, because I've never reviewed a Twinkie on this show before. And to anybody out there who's eaten Twinkies before, you know that the taste hinges on that delicious toasty skin that's on the bottom. If I open this the wrong way, that skin comes up and it's gonna taste like garbage. You could say this is a situation that requires tact and finesse. Fortunately, I am blessed with both. It's like defusing a freaking bomb! Alright, here it is, a Twinkie. It looks just like a regular, normal, everyday Twinkie, but it certainly isn't gonna taste like such. Let me take a sniffy sniff, I'll let you know what I think. Smells just like pumpkin pie! No time like the present, or the past, or the future. I've been to all 3. This is definitely a Twinkie that kind of tastes like a pumpkin pie. You will note the inside of the filling here. Normally the filling on the inside of a Twinkie is white. This is kind of like a tan off brown color. So you're definitely going to get a different taste from that filling. The cake, I don't think, the surrounding Twinkie meat, I don't know what the hell you call it. I don't think that's pumpkin flavored or anything. I think it's just the filling here. You know, this looks like a Twinkie, but it tastes almost exactly like one of those coffee cakes. I don't know if you ever had these things. I don't know if Hostess or Drake's makes them. They're kind of interchangeable these days, but it's got that same similar cinnamony taste to it. It's even got that same crumbliness that the coffee cakes have. Which, hey, that's a good thing. Coffee cakes taste pretty good. 100 times better than half the stuff that I eat on this show. But you gotta keep in mind the vast library that is Hostess and Drake's. All the things that are on their menu. They got those delicious frosted chocolate cupcakes. They got regular Twinkies. They've got Yodels. They've got Devil Dogs, stuff of that nature. You're gonna definitely, if you're gonna see those on the shelf next to these, you're gonna go for those instead of these any day of the week. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's the worst thing that Hostess offers. You ever try King Don's? Those things are awful. It tastes like you just drop some chocolate on the floor and you use the sponge to wipe it all off, and then you took a bite out of the sponge. That's a King Don right there. The hell kind of name is that anyway? You know, even though these things really didn't knock my socks off, I'm gonna go easy on them. I'm gonna give them 3 stars because they definitely are edible, and to be honest, everything I'm gonna be eating on this show is going to taste like this. I have a feeling that the consistency of a Twinkie is going to lend itself better to some of the other items that are down the line. I have a feeling that even though this was pretty lackluster, it's probably going to be one of the better things that I eat on the show today. So I'm going to push this one down the line, and now it's time to continue to play the game. Who's that pumpkin mon?
Who's that pumpkin mon?
Sorry, I forgot we already had that bit covered. Venture me a guess. It's a circle. Not really a whole lot to go on here. I'm gonna say some kind of cookie. A pumpkin pie cookie. That sounds tasty. Dessert hummus? The frick is that?
Did you know that the Park Street Deli has an adjoining laboratory? Its mad scientists have been hard at work on this latest concoction. Park Street Deli brand pumpkin pie dessert hummus. A scrumdiddlyumptious vegan gluten-free snacky, mixing honest pumpkins with chickpeas, flavored with rice milk, tahini, and assorted spices, and bombed with sugar to make this the sweetest spread ever enjoyed on pretzels, graham crackers, or straight out of the bowl. Park Street Deli, made with love.
A lot of hardware required for this one. Hey folks. I know how much you love it when I go into little nitpicks like semantics. And with this item right here, I've got a certain beef that I'm not going to be able to get around. There is a difference between dessert and a snack. When I think of dessert, I think of pudding, I think of Jell-O, I think of cakes and all sorts of pastries, stuff that you have to bake. And as far as snacks go, I think of potato chips, or crackers and cheese, or pretzels, something you can store away to a cabinet and grab as you need it. What is dessert hummus? It's either both or neither. And I know this is a thing. This is a very common thing in life now. Dessert hummus is all over the place. I've seen chocolate hummuses. I've seen vanilla hummuses. I've seen strawberry hummus. I've seen all sorts of weird fruit-flavored hummuses. And to me, hummus is those tiny little niblets that you have before dinner, not the treat that you give yourself after dinner. So the first impression for me is nothing but strong, utter confusion. Ugh. Kind of looks like that poi. I'm sure when I take a sniff of this, it's gonna smell just like the sludge within a pumpkin pie. But it's chickpea paste. Why is it gonna smell like that? Yep. You know, I'd be a lot more forgiving of this if it was just regular pumpkin hummus. Like they somehow forwent the chickpeas and replaced it with some kind of weird pasted pumpkin substitute. I would buy that. But no, they went the full Monty and made it a pumpkin pie dessert hummus. So that means it's gonna have all the ingredients of your regular pumpkin pie dessert. It's gonna have that pumpkin spice taste. It's gonna have that sugary brown sugar taste. How is that gonna taste on a pretzel or a chip? Or am I supposed to eat this straight out of the bowl? Knock? Somebody's here to visit me! There's no one here. Oh! Must have been mail delivery. Philly bonnets? That does not ring any bells. Oh? I know what this is. Foreshadowing. Alright, so anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, pumpkin pudding. Alright, let's try the pumpkin pudding. Alright, it wasn't pudding, it was hummus. I forgot. Let's try it on a chip instead and see if it tastes any better. Okay, it tastes a little better. it still wouldn't be my go-to. You know, on these programs, I try to speak for everybody, but with this one, it's gonna be tough. I know there's gonna be a lot of people out there who would like this. But to me, it's like two rhinos butting heads and not getting anywhere. The taste of the pretzel and the taste of this are two very different tastes that are never gonna commingle. When I'm dipping a pretzel in something, I want it to just add a little bit of taste to it. Like I want a twinge of tomato taste, or a twinge of sour cream taste, a twinge of a cheese taste, something like that. This is gonna take over the entire taste, it's gonna bastardize that taste and just be all sorts of narcissistic about it. It's gonna add sweetness, it's gonna add a pumpkin pie flavor to your pretzels. Are you even eating pretzels anymore? You're not even gonna feel like you're eating pretzels because this is gonna take dominion over your mouth. I mean, it's not horrible, but I couldn't eat a whole lot of this, so if I were to give this a star rating, I'll give it 2.5 stars. It's kind of the same situation as the Twinkies were. I happen to love hummus very much. I love supremely spicy hummus from Sabra or like that Greek hummus. I love regular unflavored chickpea hummus. But we have this giant bowl of it here with all this sludge stirred into it. It's like you wasted all those chickpeas, and I feel like for my money I could have had just a regular bowl of hummus right here, and no, it's all that money's been wasted, as has been my time. So anyways, that's 2 down and 1 more to go. So it's so thick. So we're gonna keep playing the game and see who is that pumpkin man. I feel like I could use this as stucco.
Who's that pumpkin bar?
Okay. Well, I know what it looks like, but it can't be. That was discontinued last year. Unless the Divinity Crate was feeling real giving. Yeah, right. I'm gonna say it's Hormel brand pumpkin pie canned ham. Final answer. Oh my god, it's here!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the extremely rare, discontinued item, Pumpkin Spice Spam! Your favorite brand of mystery meat, consisting of pork with ham meat added, now zested with subtle pinches of cinnamon and clove, offering up a unique sweet taste. Try it for yourself, and you'll see why this limited edition item sold out in a matter of hours!
I can't believe I'm seeing this! Can you believe that we're seeing this right now? I can't believe I'm actually holding this item in my hand! I thought this was a road I'd never ever be able to travel ever again! I thought this was a done deal! I thought this was Splitsville! But no! I don't know what the heck it was with the Divinity Crate. Maybe they were feeling like overly generous, or maybe they were feeling apologetic for ruining Halloween this year. I don't know what it was, but Pumpkin Spice Spam, the eagle has landed! To those of you who have never seen that episode, and to those of you who are unfamiliar with Pumpkin Spice Spam, this was an item that was put on the market 2 years ago for a limited edition. And when I say limited, I mean supplies were extremely limited. The second that they hit store shelves, they were impossible to get. All the scalpers bought them up en masse and they just hoarded them and they gouged the prices up. Nowadays, if you want a can of Pumpkin Spice Spam, not only is it going to be really, really old, but it's going to set you back quite a lot of money. Like, close to $25, $30. You know, a part of me wants to just hold on to this and watch it go up in value. I bet you I could get it up to $40, $50. But then we wouldn't have much of a show now, would we? Is this thing even safe to eat? Best Buy, August of 2022. Let's hope that year is better, huh? And to those of you who are taking my glee as some kind of ringing endorsement that this is gonna taste good, I hate to burst your bubble, but this is gonna taste horrendous. I'm Doctor Who, I can foretell the future like that. I mean, if I didn't like pumpkin spice hummus, what makes you think that I'm gonna like pumpkin spice spam? That's even a worse prospect. All right, time to open this sucker up and we'll take our first whiff together. That is the smell of death, Perry. Ancient must, heavy in the air. Fruit soft flesh peeling from white bones. The unholy, unbearable smell of Armageddon. There's nothing quite so evocative as one sense of smell, is there? It doesn't smell like spam. It doesn't smell like pumpkin. It smells like both. Like if both nostrils could have an individual smell in each.
this. Let's get ready to vomit!
Looks like some kind of demented fork and meat taco. Ugh. You know, here I am, I sit, still in the middle of filming this. Part of me thinks, maybe I should spoil the surprise? Maybe I should put pumpkin spice spam in the title heading on this video? That way, I can get all those curiosity seekers and bump my number of views up a bit? I mean, everybody wants to know about this disgusting mystery meat, right? This is a coveted, sought-after item! But then again, those curiosity seekers are the same guys that always give me the thumbs down, so let this be a special secret treat between my small audience of 100 and I. I do it all for you guys anyway. And what more can I say about spam? I think this might be my 5th or 6th spam on the show here, and this spam seems like more of the same. It seems a little bit more gritty than your typical spam. I see a lot of like nut clusters and like little niblets in here. Seems a little bit rougher, not as soft, and a little bit tougher to cut with a fork. But yeah, I'm holding a big slab of pumpkin flavored meat in my hand. I'll take a bite, I'll let you know what I think. I can't believe this is about to happen. That'll do, pig. It's not as bad as I thought it would be because, and this is what spam always does, they keep the flavor light. They're advertising pumpkin spice here, and that's exactly what they're giving you. They're giving you a spice on top of your already delicious spam. If you like the taste of spam, if you're used to the taste of spam, the taste of the pumpkin is so light in the background, it might not even register. You just get a little bit of that sweetness, a little bit of that bite. I don't know what that secret ingredient is in a pumpkin pie that gives it that spice, but this definitely has it. But it's so damn light. What takes dominance here is the taste of the meat itself, and I can't applaud that enough because I thought this was going to just taste like regular pumpkin pie paste in the form of a meat. It's kind of like an unending debate on this here show. I mean, which way do I flip-flop? On the side of too much taste or the side of too little taste? It all depends on the item, right? I think back to those Fruit Loop flavored Pop-Tarts I had a while back. The only thing that kept them from getting a perfect 5-star rating was the fact that I thought that it had just a little tiny twinge too little taste. If they had a little bit more taste, if it tasted a little bit stronger, that would have put them up over the edge. With something like this, a meat flavored to taste like pumpkin, I don't want it overflowing with a taste of pumpkin. I want it to taste like meat. And I'm happy to say that it still does. It's not really pleasant to look at, but to taste, it's not bad. I would definitely put it on the lower end of the spam scale, but it's acceptable. So if I were to give this a star rating, you know, because this is such an important item, this is such a sought after item on the show, I kind of want to blow some more steam up its butt. But as a reviewer, I gotta be fair. This is not gonna knock your socks off. It wasn't really worth all the effort. I'm gonna have to give it 2.5 stars. Honestly, after I'm done eating this in front of the camera, I'm not gonna eat any more of this. I'm probably gonna hold on to it, like take this and shove it back in its can for a little while, put it in my fridge, hold on to it kind of like a trophy as a sense of victory that I finally got it on the show, but aside from that, aside from its ornamental beauty, I don't think I'll be eating any more of this. As a matter of fact, I think I ate like about 1 square centimeter of it. It's really, really filling me. I feel like I'm done eating for the month. So this is your good buddy Djclyve saying until next time, I'll see you in Limbo. And I like to think that I am a guy who owns up to his promises, and we do the Halloween special every year. This year, things kind of went awry, but I still had one for you. It's just kind of not the same, you know, but stuff happens in life and in afterlife, apparently. So this is me. I'm gonna go back to my TARDIS now, and happy AUTUMNWEEN! Ooh! Not the same, is it? Later.